Welcome back. And I love to see that most of the seats are still full. That makes us all really happy. So thank you. Take a moment and read the quote on the slide and think about as we move forward in this work. We demonstrated a learning culture today. From the looks and sounds of the events taking place, the conversations, we began and have built, some of you more than others more than likely, and that's okay because we have new people that we've met today, a form of psychological safety. This morning, we talked about being learners continuously in education. And part of that learning and the different roles that are identified here in the designs for professional learning require relationships and psychological safety. So we hope that that continues to resonate with you the rest of today, tomorrow, and as you leave here as a collegial learning group.
To close our day today, we have 3 things that we're going to accomplish. The first is a feedback form where we will provide you time and space right now to give us feedback on the day that we've had so that we can continue to get better. Then we'll facilitate a process where we'll have an opportunity to reflect on our day individually, talk about those reflections as a group, and then share out whole group some of the things that we're hoping to take away. That will be our next approximate 25 minutes of time. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start first with the feedback form. We know it's easiest to get meaningful feedback if we embed it into the structure and as close to the actual learning as possible. So there are 2 ways that you can access the form, as many of you already are. There's a QR code that is extra large on the screen. And there's also a bit.ly at the bottom if the QR code is not working for you. I realize that it is small probably for those in the back, so I will be happy to read it for us. It is bit.ly/organizational practices, all lowercase, and then our date, 4/11/23. This feedback form has 2 sections. One section will be centered on our time together this morning before lunch. You'll notice in bold it will say morning session. Provide feedback there. And then you'll have a chance to pick the breakout you attended and provide detailed feedback around the breakout. Like I said, we'll take as much time as we need with the group. Susan and I will be monitoring the number of responses, and once we get everybody in the room to hit submit, we'll go ahead and move forward. We'll guesstimate about 6.5 minutes. Have fun.
So if you would bring your conversations to a close.
Feel free to submit in a minute if you need to. Like Susan said, that is still open. We create space for this because we actually use it. I think that's important to know. So know that your feedback will help us not only think better about tomorrow, but for future events as well. We're going to dive into the next piece, which is an opportunity to just step back and say, okay, of all of this, how are we feeling, and what do we want to take away to end our day? The way that we're going to do that is with a couple step process. The first step is on the screen, where each of us individually will silently reflect on our day and identify one word that sums up the day for you. And you individually will grab a Post-it note and write that one word on it. Careful, Andrew. Careful. It's dangerous back there. So reflect on the day. What's one word that you could use to describe our day today? Write that on a Post-it. When I see pens horizontal, we'll move forward to the next piece. You'll notice on the screen the next step in our process. Each person at your table will round robin share what your word is and why that word represents your learning from the day. Stay tuned, however, I'm going to share with you now the process that will follow after everyone has had a chance to share. You'll take your table's one-word Post-its and create a sentence. You may need to add a few words in on Post-its. Feel free to do that. Success for us is each table having a line of Post-its utilizing the words that you just wrote down that summarize our day and the learning that we had, knowing that a speaker for your table will have an opportunity to have a mic and speak your sentence into the room. It's most important two things. One, you create the sentence. Two, you have fun. Go ahead. Table 25.
I'm trying. Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Our sentence is, we are hopeful for continuous coherence while avoiding traps.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yeah. Claps, claps.
Claps.
I like it.
He's
Others that want to volunteer before we volunteer?
We have one here, 29.
Okay, table 29.
A refreshing, invigorating, inspiring day around common and coherent thinking.
Yes, snaps.
That just makes me want to jump up and down.
And behind you, Trish, we have one. And then table 6 up front.
Leadership teams that intentionally focus on foundational values build a coherent system.
Beautiful. Claps. Or snaps. You can do whatever you want. And table 6.
We are hopeful that connecting the pieces of our system will bring about coherence and ultimately re-energize our district.
Beautiful. And table something,
Is this thing on?
33.
All right, this side.
Teddy?
Today was an awe-inspiring, cohesive, and collective experience which left us curious about how we can reimagine learning for our system.
Beautiful. Claps. How many extra Post-its did you add, Teddy? We've got 3 people at the table. We'll collect 2 more. Who might be willing to offer their sentence?
I've got one, Rusty.
All right, Susan, have at it.
The learning from today was full, resourceful, and informative to help us do our collective work.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
And?
Our strength and power are driven by a collective vision where we are systematic and contemplative to avoid traps.
Yes. Thanks so much. Any others? Hate to steal your moment of fame. Lovely. Let's collect 3 appreciations to send us off to a beautiful day, nice weather outside, for whether it's a drive home or going to get some good food with some friends. Who might be able to share something you appreciated about the day that could launch us into our afternoon? So we'll collect 3. I appreciate it.
I have one.
Okay, we had 1, thank you, and 2 there, we're looking for 1 more. And Vic, you'll be 3, and we have a 4. Overachievers. 1?
So mine was, I'm appreciative for the opportunity for collaboration, both with my literacy leader colleague from within my ISD and sharing ideas and thoughts and exchanging emails with people who are using slightly different models to compare and contrast bag, borrow, and steal. I'm appreciative for that.
Yeah, thank you. And 2?
Some awesome facilitation from our leaders.
Thank you. And 3?
I was going to say Dr. Erica Taylor, as she sits here with us, because it's a big connection. It's early childhood coming with instructional services from the ISD, along with our LEAs also here with us, so having that collaboration, just awesome.
Yeah, having a
Thank you,
team
Vic.
with voices at the table. Beautiful, Vic. And 4. We're gonna have to run. Oh, very nice.
Getting to see people in person, networking, and hugging people is what I appreciate.
Yes, beautiful.
And I just have to add one, Rusty, if I may. When I look at this group, this just makes me so excited for our educators and our children around Michigan. And that's because of you and your commitment. And we are so excited how well you engaged with us, because we know moving forward, our goal is to keep this connection moving and add to it.
Thank you. 2 technical details, and then we'll launch into a beautiful day. 1, name tags. You'll have a new one for tomorrow. There are a couple new people who are attending tomorrow and some people who are not attending that are here today. So we have a new name tag with possibly a new table number. And 2, if you parked in the parking ramp and are not staying at the hotel and plan to leave, we have vouchers for you at the front registration table that you can grab to cover your parking costs. You do not need one if you didn't park in the ramp or if you're staying in the hotel, okay? Most importantly, we appreciate you all and the space that we created today. We look forward to doing it again tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.
Have a great